folks, I hope you all had a good week. I'm taking a look at your energies for the week of June 26th through July 2nd. I'm going to take a look at water's energies first, and then we'll take a look at other people's energies a little bit later. So water, we're looking at Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's take a look at the energies you're looking at this week. I'm using the White Newman Tarot today. Okay. So water signs, it might feel like a situation is incredibly overpowering. Like it's going to absolutely crush everything that you're accustomed to, water signs. Scorpio, Pisces, in that order. Cancer a little bit less, so 1, 2, 3. You're going to be feeling that in like varying degrees of intensity. So the Black Newman Tarot, Black Newman card, I should say, is about feeling like the darkness is going to destroy you. And for some water signs, if you've ignored some perspective, if you've ignored some signals from the universe, that might be a real risk. There might be the risk of losing some magical abilities that you were meant to use in this lifetime for good. Getting spiritual burps. Water signs. You guys have been going through a difficult year this year, and I'm concerned about the direction that a lot of you folks are headed. You have the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups. You may have some regrets about a person in your life who, this might be a mom, this might be an aunt, a grandmother. There's a feminine figure in your life who has absolutely drained you of all hope for your future this week. She has told you all kinds of lies. And unfortunately, I see here that you believe a web of lies. She portrays herself to be one way, and in other ways, she isn't this person at all. She's, calling her a snake would be, that's kind of disrespectful to snakes, you know? Snakes are cute. She's awful. This is an awful person. This is someone who abuses her power, who masquerades as one person who pretends that she's genuinely caring and feeling when she isn't. Water signs, I don't feel like this is you. This is someone who has water aspects in her birth chart, but isn't you folks, though she is likely a close family member. Possibly a best friend, but I got mom, grandma, that kind of thing. I see you crying a lot over this. This is someone that you are deeply nostalgic over. You've had this connection now for a long time. Possibly one of the first people you ever knew. This is going to force you to come into alignment with yourself. This is the Lover's card, and it can be about relationships, but on the other hand, it's also about Empress and Emperor energy all in one card together. They're not separate on their own separate 3 and 4 cards. They're together on the 6th card. This is being in balance with yourself even after this catastrophic event. This is what this is meant to do for you, water signs, is to become your own emperor and empress all in one. You don't need to rely on other people for emotional guidance or mental support. You've got yourself and your spirit guides. Spirit said it was okay for me to take that one card from the top, but now it's time to take from the bottom for you folks. It's going to be wise to offer love to yourself first and foremost. Water signs, there might be some denial here about what's going on here with this particular person. Even though this is still going on, you're still clinging tightly to the past because it's all you know. For some of you folks, your mom, your aunt, your grandma, whoever this female relative is, she may be the only person that you're really in contact with, and so this is going to be really, really especially difficult. You still need to learn this lesson. You will attract incredible people when you do. Water signs, there's a real risk that you are lashing out at this point because your insecurities are really, really coming to the surface here. So you also, this seems to be something that water signs have struggled with long term. It keeps you in a really, really bad place in the sense that you can't move forward. You can't progress forward. You don't feel empowered. You are being asked to push through this and follow your spirit guides through this really difficult time. You may have had a major fight with this female relative, and this might have been the biggest fight that you've ever had with this person. You struggle, I see, with lashing out, with moving forward. It may feel good to continue to lash out and stay in this energy because at least, water signs, you're still staying with family. Especially for Cancer signs, family is super, super important. And loyalty to family might go above even what you really, really need, even want. And the universe wants you to get away from that. Look at how the Lover's Judgment and the Hierophant are all together upright. You really, really need to learn from this lesson this week. It's becoming urgent. Spirit may be asking you to level up for something major in the future. You might be needing, the universe might be asking you to do something for it in the future that propels wonderful things forward for yourself and for other people. But you need to be listening to signals from Spirit first, from your spirit guides and ancestors. Be really, really cautious about signals that come through. Some are going to sound good and others are not. For a lot of you folks, going the more traditional route is going to be the best route. So I talked about a fight earlier, and I see you folks being a little bit separated right now from each other, and that's actually a good thing. This separation really, really needed to happen. The universe needed to pull you away from this, and I see that you really, really need to heal on top of all of this. So, water signs. On top of the healing process, the best thing you can possibly do for yourself at this point is to tune in highly to the universe and use your water senses to get back in touch with your intuition. I see that anger is blocking a lot of you folks. You may have some fire energy in your chart, and that's keeping you away from the very, very best that the universe has to offer you. Process the anger. Don't shut it up. Don't bottle it up because then it's just going to get worse. Process it fully to the best of your ability. If you can vibe as highly as possible while you express your anger, even more power to you, okay? But do get your anger out about this situation. I see a massive blow up, and I see you feeling like this is going to be a never-ending cycle of regrets. If you feel like it's a never-ending cycle of regrets, you're not meant to be here. The universe wants you out. So I was talking about a cycle of regrets. There is a circle here being broken because it's high time for that cycle to be broken, okay? Listen to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, to the universe as you progress. Do your healing, but water signs, I hope you have a good week. Take care, okay? Fire signs, you are up next. Fire signs, what's going on here? You are really you are inside of yourself, feeling your wealth at this point. It doesn't look like you're offering your cup of love to anybody else but yourself at this point. It looks like you're going through a healing process, and you are appreciating how much you deserve that healing process. It looks like this was a pause that you needed. It's possible that the universe jump-started this for you, and then you ended up agreeing and going along with the flow. It may have been that you didn't feel like you were in a place to start it yourself here, but you recognize how valuable you are, how much you deserve this much needed rest. So both the Hangman and the Four of Swords, I should say, are in reverse. That tells me that you really, really needed this break, that this is a long time in coming. Some of you may be burned out on a project such as earning your degree, for instance. You may be taking a really long rest away from this project. And also, this may be the end of this project. You might be moving on to an entirely different era because it's over. Neat fire signs. So you're coming into balance with yourself, Emperor and Empress energy all on one card. They're not separate anymore. You're in balance with yourself. You're feeling out your creativity, your emotive abilities, as well as your mental and action abilities. So stereotypically masculine and feminine, there is no gender in tarot, but these are energies that we do work with. Everybody has different balances of. It looks different for everybody. So you are being called to rest and come back into balance with yourself. Maybe do some meditating on why you are this Nine of Pentacles energy, I should say. Why you deserve all these wonderful blessings from the universe. You may have done some wonderful work, fire signs, for the universe. This is a wonderful thing. This is the right thing to do. This is karma being fully satisfied with you coming into balance with yourself. Now, please be sure to answer the call to rest first and foremost, okay? If you're getting that signal, fire signs, it's time to do that. You'll notice I stumbled over Four of Wands earlier, but there is no wand energy so far in this spread. There might be some wands that come up in just a second, but Justice is saying it's a really good thing right now to pull over, come back into balance, and celebrate your accomplishments. Do some resting. Now there's the Wands energy. Fire signs. There is a real possibility that you have a heartbreaking journey coming up ahead for you folks. And it's still one that you need to go on, because the universe needs you to go through this. After you have rested up, you have more work to do, fire signs. So wonderful. Fire signs, it sounds like you've leveled up. This is a good time this week to celebrate. But otherwise, we need to keep in mind, fire signs, that you've got some hurt to deal with up ahead in the future. It's going to move quickly here. We were talking about bringing Emperor, Empress energy into balance. Here we have the Empress out of balance and also the Emperor. Okay, so fire signs, you may very well not be in touch with your creative side, with your may not be as much in touch with your intuition as you should be. You may be bottling up emotions that you really shouldn't be. So your Emperor is in balance, but ideally both of these folks should be in balance. And there we go with the Lovers. We do want both your Emperor and Empress to be on equal playing fields, upright energy, in alignment with the universe. So it may be, fire signs, that you need to deal with some heartbreak in the future, go through a journey where you deal with heartbreak that you haven't gotten around to dealing with so far. This may be a relationship in the future that echoes relationships from the past, and you need to deal with bad habits or things that you've gotten used to from past relationships that have no bearing on future romantic relationships or friendships or future family members, right? We're talking about chosen family members, not necessarily family members related by blood. Healing, looking up to the universe for help. Fire signs may be looking at a stable marriage partnership in the future. They're going to be offering their cup of love to new folks in addition to themselves. But now their cup of love has been filled up by the universe. It's time to spill that out onto other people and celebrate a new era. And that might be what this heartbreak here is about. You might be letting go of some people who are throwing your Empress energy out of balance. If they're doing that, it's up to the Emperor to cut those folks off and say, you have no right to throw my Empress out of balance. We are a team. We work together, and I protect her first. You're threatening her. So this might be a tremendously healing moment, coming together with these people and being able to offer what the universe has given to you. Letting go of people may hurt, fire signs, but I promise it's worth it. There are new people, wonderful people coming in. Fire signs, that's all for you folks. Have a great week. Earth signs, you are next. Justice. The Devil and the High Priestess in reverse. Karma is dealing with the Devil here and dealing with someone who has greatly abused their powers. Earth signs, low vibing earth signs specifically, this is you. This may be someone in your energy, earth signs. And this would be someone that you need to get rid of. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to take from the top. That was from the bottom of the deck, okay? For a long, long time, this particular High Priestess, who has greatly abused her abilities, his or her, there is no gender in tarot, but it could be a her, okay? Someone who has greatly abused their abilities, has done this for a long time, can't get away from it, has been using black magic even, has been spilling over poison onto people around them. This could be you or someone in your midst, or someone who's close to you. They've done this through all kinds of relationships, romantic, friendship, family partnerships, that kind of thing. They could have done this to specifically a fire sign. Earth signs, this could be you. This could be, again, someone in your energy. This could be an Aries, a Leo, a Sagittarius who has absorbed quite a bit of damage here, or has brought about quite a bit of damage. There may be some fire in this chart that fire signs would benefit from seeing. But this king is healing. Possibly through a new relationship, earth signs. You're taking action. Either you or this person is taking action through a new partnership, new friends, new family members, new chosen family members, a new romantic partnership. And they are healing, doing tremendous healing after a time period where they were struggling to find sustenance, right? Struggling to find water in a desert. And this is something that they are looking forward to harvesting. There are some neat things that they are looking forward to pulling up in the future. Earth signs, if this is you, you may be healing from a catastrophic end. But on the other hand, earth signs, this may be on someone in your energy who is gradually drifting away from you, who is healing and moving on to newer and better things. This person, this fire sign, was probably doing the Seven of Pentacles behind, under the radar, was growing some stuff behind the scenes, and is now seeing their harvest and is able to get away from this negative earth sign energy. Please take it as it resonates, okay? Earth signs, if you are high vibing, you have some really neat energies coming your way from the universe. You are bringing in the harvest, you are healing, you're doing in this new relationship. Maybe this new relationship has got you doing things that you never thought that you would enjoy doing. It may be that you're still feeling out your power, you're still gaining back your self-confidence after possibly going through a really, really difficult harvest. Maybe it was a difficult planting. We've got that Seven of Pentacles energy that I talked about earlier. It's in reverse. This may have been something that you had to really, really keep quiet while you were getting away from this destructive individual. So, earth signs, earlier in the reading, I was picking up on low vibing energy. Now I'm picking up more on high vibing energy, okay? So, take this all as it resonates. There's a lot going on here, earth signs. This might be a year that leads up to, let's say that 2023 might be an interesting year. Might be. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only, might be an interesting year for earth signs, right? Last year was a difficult process for a lot of air signs. This year has been a difficult process for a lot of water signs, and it might be your turn next, earth signs, okay? Take that with a massive couple of grains of salt, okay? Maybe a couple of chunks of salt. So whatever this difficult planting process was about, you really had to keep things safe and under blankets, keep things really, really away from prying eyes, under the radar, all that kind of good stuff. You were wise to kind of keep your cards close to your chest because you had to. Yeah, and a tower moment still came through. You needed this tower moment, though, to pull down structures that weren't working anymore. I just about said water signs, so you might have some water energy in your chart as well. But you needed to go through an introspective process to become a better person. It looks like you're just about, like you still have some things to let go of here. Here with the Hermit, there are some aspects of this. This is an animal that's becoming a spirit animal. And this particular moose has just to lose his antlers before he's able to walk through that door. And likewise, earth signs, you still have some attachments to earthly comforts that you need to let go of before you're able to level up into this judgment energy that you might get here in just a bit. Maybe not, but I'm getting that sensation. And this will probably draw out quite a bit of conflict. Now, for some earth signs, I see you trying to be kind of passive about conflict, but in other cases, it's going to really flare up. If you've got a lot of fire in your birth chart, in addition to being an earth sign, this is where things might really flare up and become extremely tense, if not just outright fights, okay? Please be cautious. You do need to go through this transformation, but if you can do it in such a way that heals yourself, is kind to yourself and to others, that's going to be for the best here, okay? Earth signs, this is a burden not worth having that you need to get away from, because this is a conflict that is ultimately not to your benefit. Earth signs, I hope that you have a good week. Please take care of yourselves. Air signs, I hope that you've all had a really good week. We're taking a look at your energies for the week of June 26th through July 2nd. On the bottom, you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. You have the 4 of Swords. You also have the 7 of Wands. So while your burdens are melting away, be sure to take breaks from conflicts that are going to pop up. For a lot of air signs, this might be more heated, might be outright fights. For other folks, it might be more passive. You need to take this as it resonates, depending on the people around you. But take lots of breaks here. Lots and lots of breaks. The universe will pull you over and put this card in reverse and tell you, if you don't stop yourself, we will stop you for you if you don't, okay? Your burdens are melting away. Do some celebration by sleeping, resting, doing restorative yoga, meditating, praying, that kind of thing. Definitely get back in alignment with the universe. Your family's not happy, I see. And yet, this is energy that you need to go through. You need to go through this moment of being alone with your thoughts, with your spiritual process, in order to get to a better place with your 2 of Cups here. This is going to welcome in new relationships, friendships, family members, romantic partnerships as well. But first, you need to let go of these people, kind of wash their energy out is what I'm getting with these folks. It looks like your family members are going to really put up a fight. And you're going to need to be really kind and merciful to yourself. Kind of hoard energy to yourself is what this card is also about. It's okay to hoard energy to yourself. Yeah, once you go through this process with your family, once you clean out their energy, you're going to be able to go into new relationships with much more clear vision. This is about you pulling off the blindfold deliberately, on purpose. Please be aware that, air signs, you do need to pull off that blindfold, okay? There's a possibility that you lose opportunities because you don't. Major opportunities, in fact. It might delay a transformation. It might delay the end of an era, the end of a lesson that the universe wants to teach you. If you don't pull off some blindfolds, some misconceptions, some lies that you've believed about relationships, therapy might be really, really good here in order to really kind of fully process what happened with your family. Speaking to the universe, listening to tarot, Listening to your spirit guides and ancestors, those who've passed on already who mean well for you. Those folks are going to help a lot during this time. But yeah, there's definitely going to be a moment where you need to be by yourselves, air signs. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, your family may be going through a really difficult moment. So air signs, there may be an outcome here that you just really weren't expecting at all. There's something pushing you away from this family situation here. It's like a choice has been made for you. And now you don't like the ships that are coming in, and you're wondering how you can get out of this situation. It's kind of like your burdens are melting off, but this is also kind of not exactly your burden to bear either. And yet you're still carrying the consequences here. And it's throwing up all kinds of crazy stuff with your family because your family says, well, you should be loyal to us. We're family. Air signs, please keep in mind that just because you're blood related does not mean that these are the people that you need to call family. Chosen family is becoming more and more of a thing all the time for good reason. Yeah, these folks, these consequences are not entirely yours. They're falling onto you because there's something going on with your family where it's just kind of crumbling all over the place onto other people, not just onto them. Your finances, their finances might be out of whack. This is meant to get you to a place where you are much more confident in who you are as a person. You're supposed to be here. This might feel totally out of whack, but the universe wants you to know that this is the process that you need to go through. You need to build up your confidence and your connection to your intuition. So fire can be about sex and action, but it's also about creativity and spirituality. You know, this little light of mine, so to speak. That's what this is about. This is about turning on your spiritual fire and getting it from a very deep place. And that's where it turns into a beautiful, gorgeous, roaring spiritual bonfire, so to speak. So that's when the card would turn upright, but that's going to take a process. First, you folks need to go through all of this shit, and I am so sorry, air signs, that you have to. You might be on the younger end of the spectrum, air signs, and this might be your first life fire, so to speak, that you have to go through. I am so sorry. I pray that you become a better person because of this. Yeah, you're going to have to work hard to become this Queen of Wands, this person who is confident in his or her abilities, right? Creative, spiritual abilities, confident in their intuition. They trust it. They know what's happening. If their intuition says something, they believe it, right? This is going to be hard work, but this is going to be harvest. This is going to be well worth it. Don't be lazy here. Don't take shortcuts. Pay close attention to the universe, to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, and all that kind of good stuff. Might need to hoard energy. Here we've got the Four of Pentacles and Swords. May be a good thing to hoard energy for yourself for a little while longer. Yeah, you've got a tower energy. You've got a tower moment headed your way, younger air signs. And even older air signs too. But for a lot of younger air signs, this might be the first catastrophic life event that really shakes you up and starts to mature you, okay? I'm getting a divorce for some air signs. Your parents might have been together your entire life. Take that as it resonates. Okay, that's not going to be for everybody. Air signs, don't get crazy with your words. Don't lash out, even though you're heartbroken. Do the right thing. Vibe high by yourself if that's what it takes. And it looks like, yes, with this Hermit card, you are going to have to get away from your family, air signs. Don't lash out. Get away from the situation instead. Deal with the situation to the best of your ability. Vibe high here. Even though your heart is breaking, you will be richly rewarded if you follow the universe's guidance and take action that benefits yourself, that heals yourself. There's a difference between self-medicating and healing yourself. Please learn the difference. Please go to therapy, air signs. Please at least consider it. Air signs, I am praying for you folks. Hang in there, okay? Have a good week.